Hello, welcome to PhreakNIC 21! Woo! That's a pretty amazing number. Just as kind of a refresher, PhreakNIC started 1997. So originally it was a partnership between the Nashville2600 user group and the 2600 groups. We've had 21 consecutive PhreakNICs, which means it's the longest running annual nonprofit HackerCon in the world, which is pretty awesome. So I want everyone to think about how many PhreakNICs you've been to. So for people where this is your first PhreakNIC, raise your hand. Awesome, welcome, we are glad you're here. Now I want everyone else to raise your hand, okay? If you have only been to one other PhreakNIC, lower your hand. 2 other PhreakNICs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about 15 PhreakNICs. So now think about the first PhreakNIC you ever went to, if you can remember the number, okay? How many people here were at PhreakNIC 1? 2? 3?
Oh yeah!
PhreakNIC 4? Anybody? 5? 6? 7? 8? PhreakNIC 9? 10? 11? Well, your first PhreakNIC. Okay. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, wow, 20, 21. Okay, we're not necessarily our first PhreakNIC, but yeah, we've got a lot of people here that go back decades and more. History, the guy there, remember those old monitors? You had to get like 2 people to carry them when you bought them? That's Dagmar. He was at PhreakNIC 1. PhreakNIC 21, PhreakNIC's grown up. Dagmar got married. He got married this week on Halloween. That was the theme. Everybody was in costume, geeks and gamers, and his beautiful wife, Audra, is the one who created our logo for PhreakNIC 21, the thinker. So she's a beautiful artist as well. So hopefully you'll be able to see Dagmar and you'll be able to say congratulations to him, that they should be here sometime today.
He also made Hacker Inside, so he was the one.
Yes, the Hacker Inside logo was created by Dagmar. So an artist couple, a geek couple. If you want to find them, just check for the local Ingress players. They're around hitting portals somewhere. So a couple reminders about the con. If you move the tables in the atrium, that's fine. Please try to move them back so that the breakfast folks can set them up properly. Tweet as much as you can. We're #PhreakNIC. And talk to people, especially if this is their first con, right? Make them Southern geek hospitality. And if you're not sure how to meet people, because I know we have some very introverted people, walk up, hold out your hand and say, hi, I'm, fill in blank. If you want to say, hi, I'm fill in blank, that's fine too, but it's a great way to meet people. So on Friday, definitely check the programs, but the programs are already out of date. So check the whiteboards that are in front of the rooms to get the latest version of the schedule. A couple things that I think are still on the schedule: 4 p.m. password game show, sounds interesting, and then Hacking 101. Come if you want to ask questions, come if you want to be one of the people who answers questions. It's all going to be a really free-flowing conversation. Tomorrow, Saturday, our keynote speaker, Win Schwartel, the analog prism of network security. This is not going to be a beginner talk. All right, so he has asked that people who come already be familiar with mathematics and certain principles. So I'm going to name these off. If you know what this is, raise your hand. Bayes. Awesome. Shannon limits. Cool. Feedback mechanisms, most people, and OODA loops. Awesome. You guys sit in the front, raise hands, make us all look really good. The rest of it, we'll sit in the back. 4 p.m. on Saturday, we're going to have a Geek Ladies Tea Party showing Southern Geek hospitality. It will be run by Amy. Amy, you want to stand up and give a quick overview of what it is going to be? right there.
So this was a brainchild from the folks from Huntsville. They have a group down there, makers, and if some of the Huntsville people have. What's the name of the maker group out there?
Bakers on 2x6.
I think so. There were some women that were associated with that and some school teachers that were here, and they said, we need an opportunity to get women together so that we could talk about some of the things. We discovered that most of us are involved with arts, crafts, or some sort of research project. So this is a chance to get together and talk about those things specific, our sewing, our building, our 3D printing, the things that we're doing that are unique to us, because most guys aren't printing things to put in their daughter's hair. No, it could be. And so if you were a guy and you want to come and wear a funny hat and bring hors d'oeuvres, you're still welcome. We did want to go ahead and create the space, though, so that the women can get together and have a space to talk about how we want to develop that leg of PhreakNIC going forward and invite more women in. So it'll be tea and hopefully things, lovely things that people are bringing. I brought my teapot. You're welcome to have yours to bring yours too. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Amy. That should be great. 6 p.m. on Saturday, I'll be giving a talk on the Friedman tombstone. Most of you may know that I just recently moved to Maryland. Since I was there, I decided to go to Arlington National Cemetery, and I found a code on one of the 400,000 tombstones at Arlington Cemetery. So I'm going to be talking about that. I've got some great visuals. There's so many other things going on. I can't list them all. But 8 p.m. must attend lightning talks on Saturday. You can speak about anything you want for only 5 minutes. So Ben, who do they need to talk to get signed up?
Shaper. He's
Okay. All right. Or just show up. You can have slides, not have slides.
We'll have a paper on the board that you can write your talk on if you want to give people a heads up and stuff like that too. So.
Yeah. You don't need prepared. You can talk about geeky stuff. You can talk about food. Anything you want. It's wide open. All right. Also on Saturday, we're going to have our kids track. So we have a lot of kids here. I was hoping there were going to be more kids here so they could raise their hands as well. You know, yeah, and you know, even as babies, it counts. Someone should write an article about the PhreakNIC kids with this new generation coming up. So we're having a competition called the Scratch competition. There's a game software called Scratch. So anyone, we're asking the kids, but really anyone can get involved. You have to write a game in Scratch at PhreakNIC. It has to be finished by 10 p.m. on Saturday. You load it with the PN21 tag. That's how we're going to find it. You can do it on your own. You can do it as part of a team. But again, it has to. You can't take an old game you've done and then tag it. And no, it has to be something you created here at PhreakNIC. The theme is robots.
Alonda, can we push that time up a little bit? We ended on Saturday at 10. That'll be before the kids tracking, before some of the children have an opportunity to be introduced.
It ends at 10 p.m. on Saturday,
Okay.
but we're going to have a Scratch workshop in the morning at the kids track.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to score it on originality, meaning there's a remix button. You can if you want, but you're going to lose points if you hit the remix button, and creativity, and then we'll announce the winners. Cash prizes on Sunday, closing ceremonies. Also on Sunday, remember, also we have daylight savings this weekend. So Sunday night, 2 a.m., we're going to have two a.m.s, so spring ahead, fall back. But at 10 a.m., under the new daylight time, I'll be giving another talk on fact and fiction of the Knights Templar. Great talk. I'll be speaking in medieval French poetry, if anybody wants to come to that. And then we'll be announcing the winners for the Netcoff, the King of the Hill, and also the Scratch competition. As I said, there's tons of schedule changes. Like I know Laughing Boy, his laser talk is moved. Always look at the whiteboards. They're going to be much more accurate than what you've got on your sheet. And you can go to freaknic.info/sessions.html. We're going to have a ton of workshops, scratch gaming, soldering station, all kinds of maker stuff. Drones, the Oculus, which is going to be after the talks each day, whereas safety and the safety vest. I'm going to come up, give a quick talk about what's going on with the Oculus.
Hey everyone. So last year was pretty popular that I brought my Oculus. I spent the entire year revamping everything, built a new computer, specifically for playing the Oculus, got the 3 sensors and the whole shindig. So I'm going to be setting up in the game area. Now, I was thinking about sanitation. So no, I am not dressed up as the Lone Ranger. This is a sanitary mask. If you want to contribute a little bit of money towards these, it's appreciated but not necessary. But this is something that is an expendable cost that comes out of my pocket. So if anyone wants to contribute to that, that's fine. So I'm going to have this set up and running after the talks conclude on Friday and Saturday night.
Okay, also, you said something about.
Oh, there's a game called Drunken Bar Fight. I am not responsible for anyone getting punched in the face by getting too close to the person playing the game. And if you're too intoxicated, I will not let you play the Oculus either. Unless we're putting you on the roller coaster just to watch you vomit.
Hey, every day after the talks. Also, you may have noticed that we've got the spinners that we're handing out. We're encouraging people to make spinner sculptures, you know, where you stack like 8 of them and then you get them spinning in different directions. Take a picture, take a video, post it to Twitter with a hashtag PhreakNIC, and we'll see what you got. So, Ben, you want to go get key? Because I'm going to be getting to that pretty quick. Okay. All right.
Don't
So.
forget 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, 3, 2, 1 for conventions. Every day, you want to make sure that you get at least 3 hours of sleep, that you have at least 2 meals, and 1 shower. Okay? This is requirement, please, for everyone around you. 3 hours of sleep, 2 meals, 1 shower. Okay, so State of Nashville 2600, this is the nonprofit that runs PhreakNIC. We have been doing great. We have our values, so every decision we make, we try to keep these values in mind. Communication, transparency, oversight, and improved culture. We've got such a different culture than what we had 5, 10 years ago. Look at all the kids that are here. Look at the diversity of the group. We're really proud of that. Finances. In 2015, due to various snafus, we only had $800 left in the coffers, and we were in debt. As of 2017, we are in the black, thousands of dollars, which helps us to keep providing PhreakNIC. We're planning to keep going for years from now. Also in 2017, we've got a new meeting place for the monthly 2600 meetings, and another one of our goals was to give you more advance notice for conventions. So I'm announcing now that the 2018 PhreakNIC 22 will again be here October 19th through 21st. Mark your calendars so that you block out that time. We've got an improved social media presence, and of course we did this year, got Dagmar married off. To the board, who do most of the work here, Ben he's the chairperson this year, did the lion's share of the work. I'm on the board, Terrell, Peaches, Key, Dagmar, Tillman, No Fault, and also huge honorable mentions to Amy and to Steve Boyer, who just done lion's share of the work coming in here. So I'll get to thank yous in a minute or two also. So future plans, again, PhreakNIC 2018, we want to have better relationships with sponsors. So if you know anyone that would be a good sponsor, please pass the information along to us. We're also having better relationships with other HackerCons in the city. I don't know how many people remember in a few years past there was some friction, but that friction is going away, and we're having much better relationships with all the HackerCons, so we're really proud of that. So if you want to help, buy shirts. It helps us. It really does help us. Become a sponsor, help us find one. Be engaged, not necessarily as in a wedding, but be involved, and come to the meetings. We have the monthly First Friday meetings, and volunteer. We need people to help, especially if you want to write some code. We would love to have a PhreakNIC mobile app. That would be awesome. And web development. Ben's doing the web development too, but it would be nice to have someone else who is really helping with the website. You could volunteer to be on the board. You would be elected to the board. The requirements are you need to be a dues-paying member, you need to have come to at least 4 of the monthly meetings over the last year, or have been a volunteer or a speaker at a couple PhreakNICs within the last 5 years, and you need to be willing to serve, because it's not just being on the board, there's going to be a lot of work involved, and it's volunteer. Sponsorship packages, again, if you know anyone that would like to sponsor, and I'm going to say, again, a big thank you to all the speakers, all the staff, all the volunteers, to the hotel, to the sponsors, to the board. Thank you. So, any questions? Okay. There will be a competition here, the network King of the Hill, which is going to be run by Key. Ben, any idea where Key is?
I was told he came in this direction.
Key!
No.
Yay! Key with the baseball bat.
Bats.
Bats, your turn.